Welcome back to Performance TV. We're talking diesels, and today we're talking diesel tuning. I've got a good friend here, Matt Robinson from Gearhead Tuning. Matt, why don't you tell us how your tuning works?
Well, our tuning takes a holistic approach to tuning. We tune the whole truck based on the modifications. So we tune bone stock trucks too, but when it comes to trucks with modifications such as injectors, turbos, transmissions, we actually go back and correct all of the intricacies that go along with making the truck run like a stock truck until you're ready for the extra power.
So this sounds like custom tuning. I would tell you what I've done to my truck, for example, if I've got studs on my heads or if I've got extra horsepower injectors?
Yep, that's exactly what we do. That's our specialty. We tune bone stock trucks too, but when it comes to heavy modifications, we can make the truck drive just like it did off the factory floor. But then when you want the power, it's there, but without the little drivability gremlins you might have along the way with modifications.
Okay, now what about hardware?
We have two popular options. We use the SCT product on Fords. We have two popular options. We have the Livewire TS, which is a touchscreen with monitoring, and then we have the X4, which is our entry-level product. Both have the exact same tuning capabilities. The Livewire TS just simply has monitoring available.
Okay, so we've actually already sent you the tuning for this truck. You've written a program for us, is that correct?
That's correct. The way it normally works is the customer will grab their software, send us the information, we email them back a file, and if they have received that emailed file, then they put it on the tuner, load it on the truck, and go drive.
Okay, so even for your basic tuning, doesn't that increase my miles per gallon, my horsepower?
It does. Massive power increases on a diesel. Your horsepower per dollar with programming alone is very, very high, so you really can gain a lot with just programming.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Let's see what we can do. So Larz is going to help us program this?
Yep, Larz is going to show us how we actually do the programming process itself.
Okay.
Hey Robert, we got the programmer loaded up with the custom tune file. We're going to go ahead and plug it in, get the stock file saved. And we already set all the user options in here, so we're going to skip that step. But if the customer does have larger tires or changes tires down the road, he can go in there and adjust it on his end to make sure the transmission shifts like it should.
Terrific.
Well, let's go ahead and get this thing plugged in and going.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Go ahead and get the key turned forward. There's a program vehicle option in here.
Okay.
Select that, street use notice, continue. Make sure the keys turn forward, continue there. And it also has some preloaded tunes that come available in the SCT tuner. We're going to skip that since this truck has some modifications done. We're going to go ahead and load the SRL file on here.
Okay.
It's under the custom tune section. Go ahead and select that. And now it's going to start saving your stock file for you automatically.
And you want to save your stock file in case you ever have to go back?
You can save it to your computer in case you ever need to, in case your programmer breaks or something like that. You always have your stock file backed up. You can load it on a different programmer.
That makes sense.
But like I said, we already got all the options set. But they're still there in case the customer changes his tire size. We're going to go ahead and approve it.
And about how long does it take to reset the programming in this vehicle?
Once it's already programmed, it only takes 3 or 4 minutes to switch programming. With initial programming, including saving the stock file, generally takes about 10 minutes.
Okay,
So
that's not too bad. So I've noticed you've turned the key off and back on again.
yes, sir. It'll prompt you on the screen when to turn the key on and off.
Okay.
But once it's on, you leave it until it tells you to shut it off. But we're saving stock data now, so we'll be ready to go in about 10 minutes.
So, Matt, what kind of horsepower should I expect from this tuning?
With these injectors, this truck should be in the high 400, low 500 horsepower with the tires.
And what about my drivability?
You get all the drivability back you have with the stock truck. None of the, I guess, drivability gremlins you have with the modified injectors typically.
You know what? I can't wait to get in this and see how it runs outside. How are we doing there, Larz?
We're doing good. Finishing up, about to fire it up, make sure everything's good.
Okay, let's take this outside. Well, I told you we were going to come outside and see how this truck performs. Let's check it out. Hit it. Well, that was some nice visual proof, but you know, Gearhead actually did a dyno on a stock vehicle, the SCT tuning, and their own tuning. The proof's in the pudding when you see it out of a dyno. Well, that's all the time we have this week, folks. Be sure to tune in next week for more Performance TV.